Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Murray Makes in our series called Popcorn and Perspective, where we watch movies and then talk about them. We are on movie number 3 of our MCU rewatch. Hey, Logan, what movie is movie number 3?
Iron Man. If you didn't
Iron
guess.
Man. Absolutely. And I have been waiting for this. It's only movie number 3, and I've just been, ooh, I can't wait. As I've said before in this series, Iron Man is my dude. That's one of my top favorite comic book characters of all time. Top only by Wolverine. I wonder why your name is Logan. Anyway, so yeah, Iron Man. We're gonna jump right in. Yes. What'd you think?
Amazing movie. I loved it a lot.
Absolutely phenomenal. This movie came out in 2008. How old were you in 2008?
8.
No. What year were you born?
2010.
2010.
So I was
You were
negative-
not born. Yeah. Yeah.
-3.
2.
2.
That's all right. It's okay. He's a really good bass player, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2008. Okay. This is the movie that started it all for Marvel. And I've been trying in this whole series, I was explaining this to Logan, I've been trying to really not just word vomit everything because I'm so excited about this. I'm such a nerd. I'm sure you guys can tell, right? Like, look, Marvel chair, the whole thing. Yeah, big time.
Everything.
I've been trying to not just run this conversation. And I'll try my best this time to not do the same. But it's Iron Man, and I love Iron Man.
But it's Iron Man.
All these little facts and things that I want to talk about, I'll try and sprinkle them in here and there. So, yes, amazing movie.
I loved it. Obviously, you loved it, but what did you love about it?
I resonate with Tony Stark. I like the idea of a brilliant inventor who wants to help the world. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. And in the comics, he was an alcoholic. Which leads me to my first little sprinkled in fact. When Marvel decided to do Iron Man, 2 things happened. Number 1, they were like, hey, we're going to produce and fund this movie ourselves. That was a big deal because Marvel was about to go through another bankruptcy. Mm-hmm. And they had always sold movie rights off to like Fox, X-Men series, Sony, Spider-Man series. They'd always sold movie rights off to them. Mm-hmm. And they're like, hey, we don't think they did it right. We want to do it ourselves. So they hired this unknown director, Jon Favreau, who is now a household name. Thanks, Iron Man. They hired Robert Downey Jr., who had a bit of a drug problem. He was clear at that point. He was good, but he had an issue. It was very public, and had come through it. And most people were like, "Oh, he's never going to work again." Look at him now, $75 million per picture. So yeah, Marvel took a big chance on this, and it
paid off.
It really paid off. Yeah, absolutely.
They did an amazing job.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you a question. This is a hypothetical question.
Okay.
If you were an evil dude and you kidnapped some guy that you were paid to kidnap,
okay.
And you told him to build a missile, and instead he built a gigantic suit and took out half your army, what do you do there? Like what?
Yeah.
What can you do there?
Easy answer. If I'm the evil guy, I'm a bad guy. I was hired to kill this guy who built a suit. What would I do? I would die.
Run. Oh.
Yeah, no, I mean, okay, maybe I'd try to run, but I wouldn't make it. He built a suit that can fly.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So, same, what would you do?
Run.
Yeah, run. That's all you can.
Get out of there. That's all you can
do. Yeah. So let's talk about some of the other things we like to talk about. We've mentioned before effects, and I want to bring that up first because this movie is from 2008.
And for the time, it was great. It's great.
It didn't have a big budget back then.
No.
They chose the right people. They chose the right writers and directors and effects people. And it holds up. There are a few little instances here and there where I was like, okay, that's a little dated. But, man, it holds up.
Mm-hmm.
Lots and lots of practical effects.
The sound effects were amazing.
The sound,
yes. I loved the sound.
Yes, the sound. So the Foley on this movie specifically, if you don't know what Foley is, it's if somebody's walking and there's somebody in a room recording sound for a movie. If somebody's walking on gravel, they've got gravel or chips or something in their gloves and they're like making the sounds that they're recording. There's a moment in this movie where Tony Stark sets down a big heavy battery on a table and you hear and you just feel the thud.
That, yeah.
Yes, it was like that was the moment when I was like, holy crap, the Foley is phenomenal. Everything about this movie is top tier.
Yes. I wanted to talk about the suit. The suit looked amazing.
The suit. Yeah.
Like,
well, which one?
All of them.
There are four suits in this movie if you count the bad guys. Spoiler alert, movie's from 2008. Come on, get with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Suits are awesome. Like, the red and gold, the shine, the chic, it was amazing.
So, he solved a problem, the icing problem, right? Because he went too high. So then he used metal from a satellite. And he's like, that'll solve the icing problem. But it was a gold titanium alloy, so the metal was gold. That brings me to one of our questions that we always do. What's your favorite line? This is not my favorite line, but it's up there. But when he says, hey, throw some hot rod red in it, that'll make it a little less ostentatious.
A good line.
Yeah, oh, it was great. It was great. Not my favorite
5
line.
hours.
yeah, take 5 hours to fabricate. What was your favorite line?
My favorite line? I don't actually know. You go first, and I'll think while you're...
So, very near the beginning, Tony has a woman over that in the morning Pepper Potts is letting out, and she's trying to be snarky, the woman that was there, and she's like, oh, all these years, and you're still grabbing the dry cleaning for Tony? And she looks at this woman who she's ushering out of Tony's house, and she says, I do anything and everything that Mr. Stark needs. That includes occasionally taking out the trash. I don't actually like Pepper. I like Pepper the character, and I like who she becomes later. I don't like the actress, but that's me. Look at me hating on things. But man, that line, that's just perfect line. Yes.
Mm-hmm. My favorite line. That was a good line. I like it. I really can't think right now. I don't know. The movie was so funny.
There
were a lot of good lines.
Yeah, so much more humor than you expect. You specifically mentioned when Rhodey looked at the suit and said,
"That's right, next time."
Yeah.
And when he said next time, since it's a different actor, they used a different actor for War Machine.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that, so I looked at my dad and I was like, "Is that War Machine?"
Yes, it is. It's one of the very few times that Marvel has changed actors.
Yep. Between
series. Cool. Yeah. So what else here? Because there's so I could sit here and go lines. On. But what else? Let's work past the lines. Let's go into favorite character. Who's your favorite character? Because mine might surprise you.
Okay. My favorite character, I forgot his name. The dude in the cave.
Jensen.
Yes, Jensen.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
I really liked him. That's probably one of my favorite lines because it just felt so real.
Yeah.
When he was telling Iron Man,
heartbreaking.
Like, I want to go see my family.
This was
and then when he was dying, this was always the plan because they killed his family.
Oh yes, heartbreaking.
That was heartbreaking.
Absolutely.
It was so emotional.
We will see Jensen again in a flashback on Iron Man 3. We will see Jensen. Well, I say a flashback. It's they go back into the 90s and show where they first met. So yeah, we will see him again. My favorite character, if I'm not choosing Iron Man, and it's Iron Man. It's Iron Man.
It's Iron Man.
Yeah.
If you can see the shelves up here,
we had to figure out what are we using as a prop. Yeah.
There's a whole shelf up here filled with all Iron Man stuff.
Yes.
I can there's all Iron Man up there.
Like Wolverine and other stuff too. Okay,
I'm talking about that shelf right there. It's all Iron Man. Come here.
What did you think? Yeah, she wants to tell you what she thought of the movie. This is Olivia.
This is our.
She loves when we do this because she just sits on the couch in between us and gets all the pets. All right, go, scoot, good girl. Okay, so sorry about that interlude. So my favorite character, if I'm not saying Iron Man, Coulson. And we didn't talk much about Coulson when we watched Captain Marvel, but he was in it. That's the first time we've seen him on this rewatch.
Oh yeah.
But in Iron Man is the first time in the MCU we see Coulson, and man, Coulson he's something else. Like he's caring, he's tough, he does his job, he looks out for people, he listens. Like he's a cool dude. I like Coulson. They show all of that in this movie.
And back to Coulson with the shield thing because technically Captain Marvel takes place before Iron Man 1.
Yes, we did.
And they called it S.H.I.E.L.D. in Captain Marvel. Repeatedly. But in Iron Man, they didn't have a name for the whole movie.
Yeah.
What was it? Something...
Strategic Homeland Intervention, something logistics.
And Iron Man was like, y'all need to get a better name.
Yeah.
And he was like, we're working on it. And at the end, they called it S.H.I.E.L.D. But technically, the Captain Marvel was before, and they were calling it S.H.I.E.L.D. and that.
Captain Marvel took place 13 years before, and they called it S.H.I.E.L.D. multiple times. And in this movie, it's a joke that they don't have a name for it yet. Little continuity error. Just, not a big deal, but it was funny.
We get it. It's hard to do that stuff, but it was funny. It's cool that we realized.
Yeah. Honestly, it can be hard to do that sort of stuff. But I feel like Marvel, with all of the stuff that they've done, at this point, like, they have people that look at continuity and they're like, oh, let's figure this out. And it could have been a fun little joke in Captain Marvel as well, which they made it here in Iron Man. It could have been a nice little throwback joke. There's a bunch of rules of comedy. Comedy comes in threes. There's 3 rules. One of those rules is throwbacks are funny. Mm-hmm. So,
but it's no big deal.
Just absolutely. Just something we noticed we wanted to discuss. What else? What's our next question?
Our next question. I don't have any. Do you have any?
Man, I'm still like, this was so good. Like, I mentioned that I hadn't gone back and rewatched the original Iron Man movies. Mm-hmm. I should have said in a while, because I have. I have rewatched every Marvel movie at least once at this point. Most of them more than that, so I have. But it has been a while since I went back and watched the beginning, watched Iron Man. So, yeah, I remember sitting in the theater, and Iron Man was not popular, as I mentioned earlier. He was always my guy. I like Iron Man. I like Marvel heroes more than DC, because Marvel heroes they're a little more broken. They seem more down to earth to me. Mm-hmm. Like Spider-Man, nothing ever goes right for Spider-Man, sadly. Iron Man has a drinking problem that he has overcome in the comics and gone back to a couple of times. Hank Pym in the comics put his hands on his wife, beat his wife. None of that is acceptable. Don't get me wrong, but they actually have these flaws that you're like, these people with all of these powers and all of these abilities would have some pretty massive flaws as well. And I like that about Marvel characters quite a bit. And Logan, Wolverine, is quite the loner, does not like people whatsoever. So I'm so glad you didn't get that. Yeah, that was good. I love that about these Marvel movies. And they really showcase that in Iron Man. They made the decision to not have Tony Stark be an alcoholic. They show him drinking plenty of times, but they don't go down, the comic book series was called Demon in a Bottle, and they don't go down that. And it was a good decision for the movies. They had to keep it to a certain, PG or PG-13 rating. So I understand that. Mm. But they still showed it. They still showed he had a problem. And we see it even more later in Iron Man 2. So, yeah, just so many little things I can sit here and talk about. So, how does it connect to other Marvel movies? Wait, did you hear me?
I really like this movie.
So, what did you notice in this movie that you will see later
on? War Machine, like I said.
Well, yeah, War Machine.
War Machine. Clearly. That was a really cool.
Yeah.
Easter egg. Easter egg.
Yeah. No, that's great.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
What about you?
So many, but one that I want to point out that I'm sure this has been pointed out multiple times before, but Tony Stark sees a problem and he solves the problem. They showcase this in this movie, and after this, when he's got a problem in one movie that he's in, the next movie he's in, they show how he solved that. For instance, in this movie, he had an icing problem.
Yes, I watched a video on that.
Yes.
It's like, the title was like, all of Iron Man's mistakes, and then how he fixed them.
Yes.
And like, some of his mistakes, like, he had them on his suit, and he fixed them when he made Spider-Man's suit.
The snow. He was stranded in the snow in Tennessee.
And he added heaters.
He added a heater, which we saw in Spider-Man's suit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. So I love that, and I love that they build upon that.
Yeah, they really flesh out the character.
They really do. Absolutely. Another thing you'll notice that I'm pointing out now, as we watch more and more movies with Iron Man, his right arm gets hurt all the time. Mm-hmm. Like, he's always holding his arm, or that's what side he lands on, and this and that gets hurt all of the time. Which arm? I think it's his right arm. Pretty sure it's his right. It could be his left. It's fine. But it holds up. Which arm did he snap with? It's the one that always got hurt. And the snap is... Big spoiler alert. The snap is what eventually kills him.
Yeah.
So all of that is set up here. He hurt his arm in this one. Like, they set up so many things. And the great thing about it is Favreau and Feige, they weren't expecting to do that. They were not expecting. They were like, hey, we're going to make this movie. Maybe it'll make us a little money. Maybe it'll give us a small franchise. They didn't expect to be the largest movie studio in the world for many years. I don't think they are anymore. Well, they've been bought by Disney, but they were bought by Disney for billions of dollars.
Yeah.
So,
what was... Sorry. Do you still have more to talk about?
No. Please. Okay. Please.
What was your favorite scene in the movie? I can tell you mine.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite scene was when Tony called Pepper down to take out his old heart thing.
Yeah.
And to replace it. That was a funny...
Yeah. And
that was a funny scene.
Yeah, she was not having it. It was disgusting. It was gross.
Is that pus?
It's not pus. It's discharge. It's from the device, not my body. Yeah. See, that's a good line, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that scene as well. I like how she's ready to quit, and she's telling him, she's like, don't ever ask me to do something like that before. And,
and like when
but his
she
response,
almost did quit.
Well, she did, yeah. But his response right there, when she said, don't ever ask me to do that again. Do you remember what he said?
I don't.
He said, but you're all I've got. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
It really shows.
Now,
it really shows. Because of all of the characters, I've mentioned this multiple times in this series already. I like character growth. I notice that a lot. Of all of the characters, Tony goes through just the most character growth. Mm-hmm. He starts as this billionaire playboy philanthropist that doesn't care to the guy who would and does throw himself on the grenade. Yeah. Yeah. So, so good.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
I was going to talk about the scene where Pepper almost quits.
She threw her keys down.
Yeah, when Iron Man's like, I'm going to go out, I'm going to stop Obadiah.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm
going
to
kill yourself.
Yeah, you're going to kill yourself. I'm going to quit. And he was like, but wait.
Yeah. He's like, you stood by me all these years. He was an Iron Man. He was profiteering off of selling weapons. He's like, you were by my side all of this time, and now that I want to help people. And she was all for that. She's like, look, I get it. I love that you've had a change of heart. I've wanted that. Not her exact words. But her thing was, you're going to kill yourself. Which, knowing what we know now, but he does it all for her, which is great.
Amazing, beautiful.
Yeah, and his daughter Morgan, named after her eccentric uncle, which we'll get to in like Infinity War. We'll hear about that later. So, are we ready to rank?
Yeah.
You think we're ready? All right. How about
you go first?
Oh, I'm gonna go first this time. All right. Well, you hold my board. All right. So, as you see, we've made these to adjust. They're Velcro. Yes. So, as things go on, we will move things around. As of right now,
and Captain Marvel in there.
Number one. I do expect that will change. It'll be replaced by Endgame most likely, and honestly, I should probably put it where I think it will end up, which is 5. I think it's going to be number 5. So I could be wrong. We'll see as we go through all of this, but I feel like that's what it's going to end up as. What about you, my son?
5. Same.
5.
No.
So quick, no preamble.
No, I already... 5.
Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah. So good. So good. If you guys have not seen this movie, please watch it. Ollie, up.
She's so excited.
Good girl. So
she loves the
we
movie
all
as
hope
well.
She does. Oh no, she doesn't like that. We all hope that you have an amazing evening.
So does she.
I said we all. Thank you.
Thank y'all.